Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Fantasy 5 for today, Wednesday, March 6th. It is cold in Florida. I am complaining about a 48-degree day. My sister told me politely to shut up about it because in New York, it's like 4 degrees. Anyway, let's get to our sponsor. We are, as always, sponsored by mathradio.com. Go to www.mathradio.com to get your kids who are between the ages of 7 and 17 a math course that can help them get better grades, raise their test scores, and even get into college. Once again, that is www.mathradio.com. All right, we have stories from all kinds of different sports today, the NBA, spring training in baseball, and even the NFL on a slow news day. Let's get to it. We've got a lot to cover, and we're going to start in the NBA. While Paul George came back for the Oklahoma City Thunder after being out for a little over a week. He played 38 minutes. Crazy. I don't know what they are trying to do. It seems like they play their stars an awful lot of minutes. He came out rusty, which could have been expected. He was 8 for 25 from the field, but 38 minutes seems to indicate that he is good to go for the rest of the season. So it doesn't seem like he's under any kind of minute restriction. So get Paul George back into your lineups. All right, let's move on to the Boston Celtics and Golden State Warriors matchup. As to be predicted with the Celtics, they lose 5 out of 6 after the All-Star game, and then this crazy team goes out and beats the Golden State Warriors by like 25. It's stupid. I don't understand the Celtics at all. But the big note I wanted to talk about in this game was that Klay Thompson sat out with right knee soreness. It does not seem to be a long-term issue. It seems like they were just doing some precautionary work. They wanted to sit him out to make sure there's no problem going forward. But just keep an eye. Whenever an All-Star gets injured and sits out, we want to make sure we note it on this show. So Klay Thompson, keep an eye on him before his next game. Story number 3, we're going to move on to the NFL. So a big ESPN lead story today is that Antonio Brown will be traded by Friday, teams announce. So typically what deadlines do in the NFL is they create action. So the main list has been for weeks the Titans, the Redskins, and the Raiders. I still think all three are awful fits for Antonio Brown and his fantasy owners. Now, my ideal fit for Brown, they said there's 4 mystery teams that are still involved in this trade, right? So where I would like to see him go is one of these 4 places. The 49ers, see him team up with our boy Jimmy Garoppolo, the handsome quarterback from the San Francisco 49ers, where he would absolutely destroy it out there in California. My second choice would be to the Cowboys. The Cowboys seem totally open to trading first-round picks for wide receivers. So why not trade a first-round pick for an even better wide receiver this time and grab Antonio Brown and put him on that squad? I don't love the Cowboys offense, but I think it would be a good situation for Antonio Brown. At least it would be interesting to see him in Big D. All right, my absolute favorite landing spot would be to the Cleveland Browns. As I discussed, I think 2 weeks ago, I don't think the Steelers would trade Antonio Brown to the Browns, but I think it would be so great to see him on that team. That team has so much talent. I think they could really make a playoff run if they added Antonio Brown to their squad. And finally, a team I thought about while reading this article this morning was the Green Bay Packers. Match up Antonio Brown with Aaron Rodgers. There could be all kinds of drama there and a lot of production. So those would be my 4 dream teams to see Antonio Brown traded to. All right, let's get into baseball. We have some sad news. We reported yesterday or the day before that Salvador Perez was going to get a second opinion on his shoulder. Well, he is going to be out for the season and going to have Tommy John surgery. So the Kansas City catcher situation is kind of up in the air right now. In deeper leagues, you may want to keep an eye on Cam Gallagher. It seems like he has the leading position for the catcher spot on opening day. How much production is he going to give you? I don't know, but in deep leagues where, any starting catcher is valuable, he might be someone you might want to pick up. So again, that's Cam Gallagher, might be the leader in the clubhouse for the starting catching position for the Kansas City Royals. And our last story of the day comes out of New York City and the Bronx, right? Severino? I don't even know how to say his name because I'm not a Yankee fan. We're going to say Severino, right? He is not going to be ready for the start of the season. He had shoulder discomfort, and he's going to have an MRI coming up soon. So we need to keep our eyes on this situation as he is the Yankees' ace. So what might happen if he's out for longer than 1 or 2 weeks? Well, rumor is over on MLB.com that the Yankees could look to sign Gio Gonzalez or Edwin Jackson as a a depth piece to their rotation. So I'd say the Yankees are expected to win a lot of games this year. So either Gio Gonzalez or Edwin Jackson signing with the Yankees could have some valuable, and they might be playable in a deep league in fantasy. Certainly on a daily fantasy lineup, there's someone you might want to keep in mind. So those are the 5 things for today, March 6th. It's a Wednesday. It's a Survivor night. Oh, yeah, Survivor's been great so far this season. I'm a Survivor fan. If you haven't told you that yet, yeah, I love Survivor. Anyway, check out www.mathradio.com. They're sponsoring the show. If you like the show, please subscribe, tell a friend, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.